Thanks so much for sitting down with us today, Jeff. We know AI is a hot topic. It's all over the place right now. So can ChatGPT write a training plan for me?
That's funny. Actually, it can,
Okay.
but it wouldn't be a good one, and I wouldn't recommend following. What AI is trained on, and
Yeah.
specifically what it's trained to do, is critically important. TriDot was specifically trained on training data to design and optimize training.
So what is TriDot and what does it do?
Yeah, TriDot's basically the most advanced data-driven training platform out there for coaches and athletes in the sport. It's based on about 20 years of research and training data. It's prescribed more than 100 million training sessions.
Wow.
So it answers questions that athletes and coaches have that they can't answer without technology. So it's just as important like what TriDot isn't. It's not a replacement for a coach.
Okay.
We do have subscriptions for non-coached athletes, but so many coaches use it also to coach their athletes, for those athletes that want to also have the best technology, but also work with a dedicated coach. It's also not a automation of some coach's philosophy. So it's not AI applied to my way or any specific coach's way or just training theory in general. It truly is data-driven training.
So you mentioned AI doesn't replace a coach. How does AI help a coach in their role and how they coach athletes?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it changes. There's other industries that use AI and technology as well. Think of the pilot. When you jumped on a plane to come over here to Kona, you're sitting there. Imagine if the pilot came on the loudspeaker, says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I've been flying for more than 20 years. I have tons of experience. I also have my PhD in aviation science. So just sit back. I'm not going to use any instrumentation up here, the GPS, all this equipment. I don't really need it. I'm going to wing it. Y'all just sit back and enjoy the flight." You want the pilot, but you also want the latest technology. And it's the same thing in triathlon coaching. Coaches can use that technology to help with their athletes in answering those questions that they wouldn't be able to see without it.
You mentioned results. What type of results are athletes looking for, and who is TriDot for?
Yeah, TriDot's for everybody. Athletes are looking for a wide range of results. Some of them, like the ones here, are looking for a PR, a qualification for Kona. That's what their mission is. But most athletes, there's really a lifestyle issue. They want results. They want to perform well, finish races, do races, but maybe on fewer hours. So the less time they have, the more important it is that time that they do invest is done well and that they're getting a return on that.
What are some of the distinctive ways TriDot uses data and AI to help athletes and coaches?
Yeah, well, TriDot delivers a lot of insights and answers questions that in a way that only data and technology can. Think about when we're here in Kona doing a race. You might need to be a little slower because of the heat, but that's not unique to Kona. All the time when you work out, if you're going to do a workout at an 8-minute pace in the morning, and then you decide to do that in the afternoon, it might be 20 degrees hotter. So with the change of elevation, temperature, humidity, all of those things affect your training. Not only would race day be off, but think about every day of the year, your training is off if you're not going the right training. Another is normalization, and that's environment normalization. There's normalization also for age and gender. Okay. Athletes at different levels, they might ask, how much intensity is enough or too much for a 30-year-old or a 60-year-old, and how do you quantify that? Another key metric is training stress. So we have normalized training stress. For example, when you go 10% more intensity, that's not equal to 10% more stressful. So there's an exponential, not a linear relationship.
Right.
So TriDot's AI is able to look at all of that data, separate the signal from the noise, and give the full picture on your normalization, your training stress, residual training stress, your genetics, your age, your gender, temperature, humidity, elevation, all of those things to isolate. Here's the dose of training, the stimulus that we're giving you, and here's the expected response.
Well, thanks, Jeff, for sitting down with us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure. And I wish all of the coaches and athletes that are out there braving the elements today just to have a great race, enjoy every minute of it. And if you want more information on TriDot, go to tridot.com/Ironman to get more information and start a free trial.